Is that a bee fishing? This is one of the strangest battle simulator strategy games I think I've ever played. We're taking command of a beehive on the ocean. These are little worker drones. They're bees with their little buckets and their hammers and spears because bees. Now our objective is to go out to these islands and gather resources. I have no idea what this is. And expand the hive. All the while surviving against endless waves of enemy wasps. Now this game is all about resources. We've got nectar, wax, pollen, and honey. For whatever reason, we're bees that decided to expand out onto the water. So first we're gonna expand our little honeycomb via wax building. We're gonna need a wax factory right here, which looks like it uses the yellow resource, which is pollen. So it's gonna convert pollen into wax. Then it's gonna go into our little storage buckets here. And our bees are gonna like go out and harvest this resource. Like right here, this guy is gathering pollen to convert into wax. But one of the things we're gonna need is a kindergarten. It is where baby bees are born, I guess, according to bee science. And then a research center. So let's expand out here and we're gonna build our first kindergarten. In 6 minutes, we're gonna get attacked by our mortal enemies, the wasps. So we got a lot to do, and eventually we're gonna be able to build defenses, but we're gonna need to build a research center first. Now, if you look very closely, you're gonna see that this kindergartner can produce 3 different kinds of bees, but the resource it's gonna use is the orange one, which is honey. Now, we can't produce honey, we can only produce wax. What we need is science, and look at how big this thing is. Now, we're doing a pretty good job on wax production, but I wanna be doing even better. And the bees that we need right now, I think, are just worker bees. So it uses up some of the honey. You see little smoke coming out of the factory, and then a little egg pops out. I can't tell if like the queen bee here in the middle is like reading a little bedtime story to the eggs to make them produce. And here comes the little delivery bee with some wax, and voila. We can produce the research center. So you can see we're getting kinda low off of honey, right? I wanna produce one more constructor so that big, important buildings like this get built faster. But now that we've got it done, what we need to get is, well, the honey factory. And here it looks like it uses 2 pollen and 2 nectar, which we have an abundant supply of. So it looks like we've gathered 3 out of the 4 resources, judging by this little red dot. And then once we have all the resources, it takes a few seconds. But now that we've got the honey factory, we've got the next key piece. But we're gonna have to produce where we're gonna build it. 10 seconds till our first attack. Fortunately, as in most wave defense games, in the early waves, there's not gonna be a lot of attackers. So we should be fine, right? So if you get close, you can hear them slapping each other with their wings and spears. And we had just enough soldiers to defend, and they're flying upside down now. Now let's start researching spears so our men fight 25% better and get another honey factory. We have tons of nectar and pretty good amount of pollen, but not nearly enough honey. And honey is used for our next most important resource, which is more bees. Now before the next attack, I wanna have 10 soldier bees. Is that a bee fishing? Let's build another kindergarten. 2 more, actually. This is kind of like tabs, like the physics-based combat. Is this totally accurate bee simulator? Bee battle simulator? But as you can see, like the whole building mechanics over the ocean, expanding via these little hexagonal wax bee structures, the research system, the combat system, it's a very unique game. This is an encouraging sight to see so many bees head off to get resources. Now, we need to start producing soldiers, because with 4 minutes left and only 3 defenders, I don't think it's gonna be enough. We've got the spear, we've got the hawacha. Let's build a hawacha. It's our first defensive structure. Okay, it's got a pretty good area of coverage. I'm gonna put it right here. We're up to 6 warriors, 7 with 3 minutes left. I think we're gonna be able to meet our quota, plus have a hawacha. We could increase the range by 10% by upgrading our telescope as well. So check this out. This is our hawacha, which, you know, if you've played tabs, you're quite familiar with it. It's gonna shoot all of these arrows at bees. Now, it's a crowd control defensive tower. The telescope's done, so we're gonna upgrade improved hinges to increase wax production. Not that we need it, but it'll probably unlock something else, like maybe better honey production. I can't wait in these next 30 seconds to see what this Hawatch is gonna do. Our warriors are coming out, and the Hawatch is firing so many little arrows. That thing's pretty decent, and let's see how quickly it reloads. Not the fastest reload speed, but the enemy came in with 3, and they're already down to 1. Well, make that 2. And combat is super silly, but you know what? We've succeeded, and we have 9 minutes till the next attack. The biggest issue right now seems to be pollen. Now that we have ample amounts of honey, we're gonna need more workers. The hornets are joining up with the dragonflies. The hornets attack the bees, and the dragonflies sort of act as bomber planes, and they're gonna target my infrastructure. Oh my gosh, I just realized I can control this thing? Okay, this game just got real cool. Honey is low again. Honey production increased, yes, we need that first. Actually, we need this one first. Aluminum bucket up, then mead, then ballista. Can we do it in the next 6 minutes before the next attack? Now I'm gonna build 2 more Hawatches. They're actually called Kvatches. And we're gonna build 1 more honey factory. Wax seems to be holding up, but maybe after this honey factory, we'll get another wax one. Aluminum bucket's done, we'll get mead. I wish I could queue up orders. Mead's being produced, or rather researched. Now it's time to research the ballista. Hopefully we can get that done before the dragonflies attack. So let's build a ballista. Oh, this thing's big. We only have a minute though. All right, the ballista is done though. And look at this thing. So 3 Hawatches, a ballista, and almost 10 bee soldiers. Also, we can just raise the alarm and call everybody in. Let's do that now. Because they're gonna have to come from pretty far around. And then they're just gonna like mass around the queen like this. So the 3rd attack is coming. I hear them flying, but I'm not seeing any wasps yet. There's a wasp. Oh, what? Oh my gosh, that just destroyed him. Did I kill that? I killed that myself. Heck yes. Oh, there's a lot of them though. And there's the dragonfly. We shot the dragonfly with a ballista bolt and he's still going. Oh, he just carpet bombed us with toxin. I can't tell how many warriors I have left. This is just absolute chaos. Okay, the dragonfly's coming back. Reload faster. And he's destroyed. We survived the 3rd wave, but it was pretty big. Let's send everybody back to work. And we actually haven't had any bees die. So I feel like we're doing a decent job. Oh, we lost one of our nurseries though. Ballista reload time reduced by 30%. Yes, please. We're gonna want another ballista. And I'm thinking up here looks like a pretty good spot. And a few more Hawatches. Looking pretty decent. Looking around, there's all kinds of different islands, and I don't know how big we can expand and how finite these resources are. Like, what is this over here? Maybe we should try expanding a bridge over here just to see what would happen. So wax storage is done, but now we have this thing called New Era. Anti-aircraft guns? But before we do that, let's make honey production, the cost of it, reduced by 50%. Look at this thing. We built some like weird telescope Tesla coil. This sort of looks like the ion cannon on Hoth. The more advanced tech does take a lot longer. It doesn't look like we'll have an anti-aircraft gun before 1 minute and 40 seconds when the next attack is coming. Now, if the bees in your backyard all of a sudden started producing this, would you just freak out? Because I'm pretty sure I would. Wait a minute. Whatever this is, oh, that's hardened wax, isn't it? We don't have that. A rocket launcher? From a top down, it looks like a pretty good base, but then you get here and you're like, oh, it's kind of small, isn't it? Call the alarm bell, everybody back. I think that's a hornet over here. I don't know how accurate that was, but seeing them get hit with the ballistas is one of the coolest things. Uh-oh, here comes the bombing dragonfly. Oh, we wiped him out. He did kind of fart on us, though, so that's sort of bad. But our anti-aircraft defenses are decent enough. Here comes another dragonfly with 2 ballista bolts in his head. Those things do not die easily. We still haven't had any bees die? Does that mean I'm just doing so good? All right, so now we can do hardened wax, and then we can get the anti-aircraft. So let's get an ambrosia factory as well. Now the hornets and dragonflies have ladybugs, and ladybugs are gonna drop larvae. So I'm assuming that means like ground troops. This is getting out of hand. Let's try to research anti-aircraft guns. We got 1 minute and 35 till the next wave. And we have so many bees swarming all of the islands around us. I'd love to get a Hawacha in before they get here. I don't think we're gonna have the time. 5 seconds. All right, we got one of them done at least. Oh, that's a ladybug bomber. And then there's wasps coming from over here. Get them, soldiers. I'm pretty terrified about that thing. Now, do we have a ballista over there? I'm gonna try to snipe this thing. Oh, that's a pretty good line of sight. Okay. That thing is massive. Did I hit it? I can't really tell. I need rocket launchers for this thing. Wait, he's on fire now. Why is he on fire? I'm shooting ballista bolts at him. Oh, that's scary. Get him, warriors. I shot it down. Look at how many ballistas are in his head. We've survived 5 waves. Let's get everybody back to production. The next wave's happening in 5 minutes? Okay, that is not good. Howitzers? An anti-aircraft gun. Oh, heck yes. One here. I want to get like 4 of them. Now, am I gonna need level 2 builders? I think I have to research that. I love how the bees will just like run into each other. And it's absolute chaos. We don't have an ambrosia factory. That must be the green stuff. Yep, okay. All right, we're building 3 ambrosia factories. What can we be researching? Let's get increasing, well, ambrosia storage would probably be good, but we're still waiting on a school. All this stuff is requiring green. The only thing we can research right now is a rocket launcher. That sounds pretty awesome. So this is the anti-aircraft gun. And it's gonna be a lot better than Hawachas. We need more constructor bees. The next wave is gonna be on us in 40 seconds, but we'll have 2 anti-aircraft guns. I'm gonna be controlling one of them. I don't know if this thing's gonna be done in time. Probably not. I think we're lacking the hardened wax. That is what we're lacking, aren't we? 17 seconds. Let's sound the alarm. Everybody back. Everybody back to the hive. Now, I'm assuming that one of the big ladybugs is gonna spawn over there. Something's spawning over there. Oh, ladybug coming from that side. Okay, well, I got an anti-aircraft gun now. I hope there's not friendly fire. Am I even hitting them? Oh. That just sounded like a jet plane flew overhead. Take it down! He's on fire already. Yes! Needless to say, anti-aircraft guns are pretty dang powerful. So, we've survived numerous waves. We built this giant beehive. And it's not even over. If you guys want to see more, we'll pull the trigger on that like button and let me know. And I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.